Hey, let's talk about feedback. Feedback is really hard to give, but it's also a lot harder to receive. And I'm sure if you've worked in business for quite a while, I'm sure that you have bumped into the feedback staircase. It's one that starts at the very bottom with deny, then it goes to defend, then it goes to explain. And then we have two more steps, but it's important that we hear these three first ones. So when we're at the very bottom of the staircase, we deny things. We don't even want to see that there's a problem. We cannot receive the feedback that we're getting. Now, the second step then again is to defend. What do you do when you defend something? You might blame other people. You might tell them that you don't understand. You defend your position and you're not willing to receive the feedback, so you push it away. And actually the third one, where I see a lot of people parked, is explain. And they think that by explaining something, I'm sorry, I'm competing with a copy machine here for sound, so I hope that you can hear me, because this is important. When we start explaining, when we're getting feedback, we sort of think that we're doing good, we're being good, we're being reasonable people, right? Because we're just explaining. And that's still in the area of pushing away. You're actually not receiving feedback when you keep on explaining yourself. So today I want to talk about the two next steps and encourage you to go there. And even if you've seen this stair before, hopefully you're going to get something new out of it, because it's one thing to see something in theory, and it's another thing to really understand how to apply it in life and what's necessary. Because the two remaining steps on this feedback staircase is to understand, and the fifth one is to change. So you actually create change in the fifth and final step. Now, this might be the sort of staircase to heaven, if you will. But seeing that there's a highway to hell, we can be in a bit of trouble here. And it's very accurate that it's so much faster to slip into behaviors and mindsets that have to do with hell, that has to do with blaming, defending, being in fear. And everyone I work with, I see the same patterns. I see that there's only so many things that we can choose from to understand why we get stuck in the hellish part of this feedback staircase and not taking the staircase to heaven, if you will. The problem with the two next steps, to understand and to change, is that it actually requires inner work. How do we understand someone else? How do we actually understand someone else? This is a huge question in life. And I'm here to give you a couple of pointers that you can try out. One is, and the main one for understanding, is that you cannot understand a person just from your conscious mind, your brain, to their conscious mind and their brain. We're looking for so many comparative notes. What does he say? Is that the same that I'm thinking? In that case, there's a match. If not, I don't like this. The connection that we make with other people in order to understand them is actually from another part of us. It's from the heart space. It's from the heart energy. It's from the non-rational. I didn't say irrational. It's from the non-rational, the space in us that can hold things such as connection, such as understanding, even love, sexuality. We're not looking for those kinds of connections in the workspace, but anyway, there's a whole space that the heart can hold, the non-rational, that the rational cannot hold. You don't make connection to people there, and you won't understand people from just here. So this is a big job to learn how to sink into a different space within yourself. So as much as we can see these staircases, and we have these consultants coming in to tell us how to collaborate better and give better feedback, it's not going to do you any good until you can access a bigger part of yourself. And we haven't even gotten to the top step yet, which is change. Do you know how much people are resistant to change? And that includes you. It includes me. We don't want to change. We only want to change for the better sometimes. But the thing is that there's a big part of us that doesn't even want to change for the better. And I could talk about this for 2 hours, because there are so many mechanics within ourselves that keep on plugging in and keep on activating as we are asking ourselves, or being asked by someone else, even worse, to change. And it's not until you learn how to create change, not only within yourself, but also how to create change within others, that you can even make it all the way up on this staircase. So this is not a rational, oh, I understand, oh, I need to change, oh, good, I'll check, I'll do that. That's not how it works. The reason why 1 out of the 4 legs that mindfulness intelligence stands on is changeability. It's because it's a huge science. It is a huge area in life that we need to master as leaders, even if we're just the leaders of a small team. Because if we cannot give and receive constructive feedback, and really doing it in a collaborative way that takes us and the team forward, we're smoked. We cannot live today and not know how to collaborate. We cannot move forward with the complexity of problems that we bump into today without having a sense of ourselves, a sense of changing, a sense of what our blocks are that are in the way for us even making these changes. And that's exactly what we are training and practicing in mindfulness intelligence. There's a huge science to it, and there's a huge practice. You need to have both to come together in order to make this kind of stairway to heaven to actually happen, because most of us, we're pushing that boulder uphill, and at some point it's just too much work, so we let it go, and I guess we can call that the highway to hell. And then we start over. We don't feel proud of ourselves, we don't feel happy with the results, and we don't need that kind of hell in our lives. Help is here because help is within you. And so I would strongly encourage you to check out mindfulness intelligence and really make these very theoretical tools practical in your life, so that you can rise to any challenge that we have today, in which case you need other people, and you need to be able to give feedback, receive feedback, and lead in the way that you can, in what I call a superhuman fashion. So with that, I hope that's helpful, and until next time, take care.